Every Intel CPU explained in just a minute. Let's start from the entry level. Intel Core i3 is Intel's lowest-tier mainstream processor, but don't let that label fool you. Modern Core i3 CPUs are actually far more capable than people expect. Depending on the generation, they usually come with 4 to 6 cores, which is more than enough for everyday computing. Browsing the internet, watching YouTube or Netflix, working with documents, attending online meetings, or even light multitasking, all of that runs perfectly fine on a Core i3. You can even do some casual gaming or older esports titles without major issues. However, the limitations appear when you push it too far. Heavy video editing, 3D rendering, large software builds, or modern AAA games will start to show lag, stutters, and longer loading times. And that's not a flaw, it's by design. Core i3 exists to be affordable, efficient, and accessible. That's why it's such a popular choice for budget PCs, students, and office setups. One important detail many people ignore is the suffix at the end of the CPU name. On laptops, Core i3 processors often come with a U suffix. This means the CPU is optimized for low power usage, producing less heat and offering longer battery life. That's why these chips are perfect for students or office workers who need their laptop to last all day without constantly charging. On desktops, you might see an F suffix, which means the processor does not include integrated graphics. In simple terms, you'll need a dedicated graphics card to use it. The advantage is that F models are usually cheaper, making them a great deal if you already own a GPU. There's also the T variant, designed for low-power desktops, ideal for compact PCs that need to stay cool and energy efficient. Moving up, we reach Intel Core i5, the sweet spot for most people. This is Intel's mid-tier processor and one of the most popular CPU lines in the world. Core i5 strikes a balance between price and performance, which is why you'll find it in gaming PCs, work laptops, and content creation machines. Depending on the generation, Core i5 CPUs can have anywhere from 6 to 14 cores, making them powerful enough for photo editing, video editing, programming, and smooth gaming. But here's something most people don't realize. A higher tier doesn't always mean better performance if the generation is older. A newer Core i3 can sometimes match or even outperform an older Core i5. Architecture improvements, efficiency gains, and higher clock speeds matter just as much as the name itself. That's why comparing CPUs without considering generation is one of the biggest mistakes buyers make. In gaming discussions, Core i5 is often compared to AMD's Ryzen 5. Intel usually performs slightly better in single-core tasks thanks to higher clock speeds, which can give it an edge in certain games. On laptops, Core i5 processors often come with U suffixes for efficiency, but you'll also see the H or HS variants. These are designed for high-performance laptops, especially gaming machines, offering significantly more power at the cost of higher heat and battery usage. On desktops, the K suffix is important. K-series processors are unlocked, meaning they can be overclocked to run faster than their base speed. Of course, more speed means more heat, so proper cooling becomes essential. Then comes Intel Core i7, a high-performance CPU made for power users. This is where multitasking truly shines. Core i7 processors typically offer 8 to 20 cores, depending on the generation, allowing them to handle demanding workloads with ease. This is the kind of processor you choose if you want to game at high settings while recording gameplay, streaming live, running Discord, and keeping multiple browser tabs open, all at the same time. In laptops, Core i7 often appears with the HX suffix. HX chips are essentially desktop-class processors placed inside laptops. They offer extremely high performance but require large cooling systems, which is why you'll usually find them in thick, high-end gaming laptops. On desktops, you might see the KF variant. This means the CPU is unlocked for overclocking but lacks integrated graphics, making it slightly cheaper than the standard K version. Interestingly, at this level, many users start choosing AMD instead of Intel. Ryzen 7 processors often deliver similar or better multi-core performance at lower temperatures and competitive prices. Intel still performs well, but the gap is no longer one-sided. At the top of Intel's consumer lineup sits the Core i9. This is Intel's flagship processor, designed for professionals and hardcore enthusiasts. With 16 to 24 cores, Core i9 is built for extreme workloads like 4K and 8K video editing, advanced 3D modeling, complex simulations, and high-end gaming. It can push modern AAA games to ultra settings while handling demanding background tasks without breaking a sweat. However, here's the twist. For pure gaming, many people don't even choose Core i9 anymore. AMD's Ryzen 9X 3D processors use 3D V-cache technology, which dramatically improves gaming performance without increasing power consumption. Core i9 is still incredibly powerful, but for most users, it's honestly overkill. Unless you're a professional creator or a tech enthusiast who needs maximum performance, you'll rarely use its full potential. Now let's talk about something newer, Intel Core Ultra. This is Intel's modern rebranding, mainly seen in premium laptops. What makes Core Ultra different is the built-in NPU, or Neural Processing Unit. An NPU is designed specifically for AI-related tasks. Instead of pushing everything onto the CPU or GPU, AI workloads like background blur in video calls, real-time noise cancellation, or AI-powered editing features are handled by the NPU. This improves efficiency, reduces heat, and extends battery life. While this sounds impressive, most everyday users won't fully benefit from it yet. Core Ultra is mainly aimed at professionals, creators, and users who rely heavily on AI-assisted software. There's also Intel vPro, which isn't about raw performance but enterprise features. vPro processors are commonly found in business and corporate laptops. They include Intel's active management technology, allowing IT administrators to remotely manage, update, or secure multiple systems at once. They also support advanced security features like memory encryption, protecting sensitive data even if a system is compromised. For regular home users, vPro doesn't offer much value, but for businesses, it's extremely important. At the ultra-low power end, we have Intel Atom. These processors are designed for minimal energy usage and are commonly found in kiosks, point-of-sale systems, embedded devices, and industrial machines. Atom CPUs generate very little heat and often don't require active cooling. They're not meant for laptops or desktops, but they excel in specialized environments where efficiency matters more than performance. Finally, there are the discontinued processors, Intel Celeron and Intel Pentium. These were Intel's weakest consumer CPUs, designed for extremely basic tasks. They were once common in cheap laptops and office PCs, but they struggled with multitasking and modern software. Intel officially discontinued both lines in 2023, and today, they're largely irrelevant. Even entry-level Core i3 processors outperform them by a massive margin. And then there's Intel Xeon. Xeon CPUs are built for servers and workstations, not regular PCs. They offer massive core counts, support multi-CPU configurations, and are designed to run heavy workloads non-stop without failure. Xeon once dominated professional environments, but AMD's Threadripper series has taken the lead in recent years by offering better performance and value. So the real question isn't, which Intel CPU is the best? The real question is which one is right for you. Because the best processor isn't the most powerful one, it's the one that matches your workload, your budget, and your actual needs.